Master Oogway, not the character, but the guy that makes TikTok and YouTube videos, aka the genius behind masterpieces such as saying the N-word 140,000 times and a small Austrian man with a funny mustache that failed art school is my N-word, is now in trouble. And can you take a guess on why that is? Master Oogway started his career on TikTok in 2021, during that dark time in history that shall not be named, but people were locked up in their houses and couldn't get out, and quickly rose up to fame by spamming the algorithm with meme templates. You probably have seen him impersonating Master Oogway somewhere with his edgy jokes, or his Chad-faced duets. It pains me to say this, but he's somewhat of a genius when it comes to making viral short-form content, and when I say that he's a genius, he basically just spams different meme templates until one of them sticks and then reproduces it multiple times. I guess that this method of going viral looks pretty easy on paper, but of all the people doing TikTok and other sorts of short form content, only a few hit virality, and the fact that he managed to become well known and established at least speaks to his genius in making content go viral. Well, Master Oogway transitioned to YouTube using the same strategy and spamming the algorithm, but his jokes started getting edgier and edgier.
Monkey.
I'm guessing that his content and edgy jokes are catered towards a younger audience. Let's not fool ourselves here. We were all edgy teens at one point in our lives or another. My teenage years were a long time ago, therefore this content is not for me anymore. But I get why there are some people that like it, because in the past, young, cringy, smelly me would have loved it and busted out laughing watching some of his bangers. But now, I react to his content with the default Alex Pereira face. Stone cold. His content has been getting a lot edgier lately though. He recently produced a masterpiece straight from heaven to bless our ears. The music is called Adolf Hitler is my N-word, and it slaps. On mute. I vibe just so much to this song. On mute. I can't stop listening to the song on repeat. At this point in time, it's the most listened to music on my playlist. When it's on mute. Well, would you believe if I told you that I have never heard the original song? I guess that it has been deleted, but I only know about the song because there's a slowed down version of it going along in some YouTube shorts and TikToks. Update. I've seen the full original song and it's just as I predicted. It slaps. On mute. It's basically multiple lines of the most edgy things possible. It's like a bunch of kids gathered together and came up with multiple angsty phrases and then said, okay, let's now combine them all together into a song. Me personally, I think that the slowed down, bass boosted edit is better. All of the adaptations are better than the original. Kung Fu Panda. This is currently as far as his edgy content has gotten. He also made another slapper video saying the N-word 140,000 times. Now, do I think that he's racist? I don't know.
What?
Like Asmund Gold would say, it's intellectually dishonest to say that people saying things with racist intent are the same as people with low self-control and they're just doing things for attention. The intent is what really matters behind the word. Now, if there's bad intent behind the word and how Master Oogway is using it, that's not up to me to decide. Since he has such a big audience, he's certainly not spreading a good message, but I'm a small creator, so I see things through a different lens. Sadly, I don't have millions and millions of fans who watch me and my message, so it isn't as impactful, but big content creators like Master Oogway need to be more careful because the messages that they spread can have bigger impacts and consequences, especially when it's in young and impressionable audience such as Master Oogway's. So even if his message isn't a bad one, if most people take it in a bad way and it has a negative impact, it ultimately ends up being bad. He's trying to be edgy, but it just comes across as extremely cringe, using grace and a word that the internet doesn't like you to use. While Master Oogway is certainly getting the attention that he wants and so much desires, everyone is talking about him right now. Master Oogway said this, Master Oogway said that, he said the N-word to be funny, edgy and angsty. The attention he's getting is not the best though. I mean, when most people know about your existence because you said a whole bunch of racial slurs, it's not the best image. Also, his previous followers knew him for the Master Oogway impression and now also know him for saying a bunch of racist slurs. So his entire online personality just went down the drain because brother decided to go Uncle Ruckus on everyone. I certainly know him now for being the guy that says racial slurs just to try and be funny online. A fully grown 25-year-old. Now, let's see a little bit more content from Master Oogway that will also surely slap on mute.
If she has the syndrome of Down, you shall go to Pound Town.
so funny, guys. If she's down, then I'm down, right? Right? What a knee slapper. In these videos is only guilty of excessive amounts of cringe. The video isn't even funny, it's just cringe. To me at least. I've heard that one a gazillion times, but I bet that at least one person found that funny. Anyhow, I think that you get my point. He found a new way to get attention and all eyes on him. And on the internet, the main type of currency is clout and eyeballs. So he's getting what he wants. If a lot of people are talking about him at one point in time, then that means that he's getting what he wants, regardless of his means. Now his means are definitely not the best, but most people on the internet that quickly rise to fame do not do it in the most righteous way possible. It's often the other way around. Most people on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick are in fact infamous because there's a lot of controversy behind their come-ups. Now I'm talking mostly about people who quickly rose to fame, not people who take years to establish their audiences. Here, a good meme from Master Oogway to wash off the cringe, you know? I know that most of you are dying of cringe right now, can barely stand upright, but I might have a little bit of a messed up sense of humor since TikTok ruined it. Even if you don't find this funny, with the amount of shit posting and spamming that he does, you're bound to find at least one video of his that makes you laugh or even chuckle a little bit. But we're not here to see his good content. This was just a little palate cleanser before jumping back into his shit posting.
Go for the granny who has no teeth, because her mouth will feel better on your meat.
I don't know if it's just me, but I prefer when it's the meme template of the actual Master Oogway instead of his face. To me, it's really uncomfortable seeing a grown man trying to impersonate a cartoon character. You know, out of sight, out of mind. I know that most cartoon characters are voiced by grown people, but I don't have to look at them doing the voiceovers. This guy's just out here so close to the camera that I can almost smell his breath, speaking to me with a forced lisp, doing the weird face. Brother straight up looks like he wants to eat me through the phone. Sorry bro, trust me, I'm not that good. No one wants me. I taste like crap. Stop looking at me as if I look like a delicious piece of candy. About the joke though, did you laugh? Did you find it funny? Did you go, ha ha ha, this guy is so funny. I'll go stop doing everything that I'm doing right now and go subscribe to all of his socials and buy all of his merch? I didn't. I thought that most of you did as well. It's not for me. Sorry. That didn't even make me grin in the slightest. Quite on the contrary, it made me sad. I'm sad and depressed now. With that caliber of joke, I actually think that I lost a little bit of IQ just by watching it.
If you play hide and seek and your black friend is gone, just go and turn the lights on.
Yeah, I don't really care about his other jokes. Most of them either don't land or are forcefully edgy and cringy for no reason. Sometimes within all of the trash, there's a little gold nugget. I'm not gonna lie. While doing research for the video, some of his jokes got me at least chuckling a little bit, but 99% of them just made me depressed and think, what the hell am I doing with my life? Everyone has also heard of this one before a million times. And when it's a guy 5 millimeters away from his phone delivering it, it's even less funny. It was funny the first time, many years ago, with the guy on Omegle, with his lights turned off and slowly started grinning and you would only see his teeth. But now, it's not. Even less when it's a fully grown adult making forced animation character voices way too close to the phone. Should he get the amount of backlash that he's receiving? I don't know, maybe. But to me, he should mainly be punished for the crimes of immense cringe. His 2 videos that we spoke about in the beginning of the video were also against YouTube's guidelines, so the guideline strikes he got were warranted. YouTube is a private platform with rules. If you break those rules, you get slapped in the wrist. I also might not like those rules, but YouTube is practically an employer, and you have to do what your employers want at the end of the day, or else you get fired, regardless of whether you like it or not. They are the ones that pay the bills after all.